What's going on with you, YouTube? It's your guy, All-Star Lifestyle, coming at you with another video. This one, what I wanted to do, kind of wanted to make a defensive power forward, just because I'm a huge fan of Dennis Rodman and his gameplay and whatnot. So, I figured it'd be fun. Fuck it, why not, right? So right here, choose your high school, whatever. It doesn't really matter which high school you choose, because they're all gonna suck regardless. Like, I had one team where I played with this one Asian dude named Lee, and he was alright, but wasn't there. But anyway, couldn't figure out, what height to make him. I should have made him like 6'8". I went for 6'9". I made him a little bit too hefty, so his body is huge. I tried it again after this, and what I figured out is that if you lower the weight, they look more natural instead of looking like some big, buff, beefy dude for no reason. I just don't know why I did that. But anyway, as you see here, I just stopped on the weight. Just couldn't figure it out. Did not know what to do. But the thing that I've noticed too, I don't know if wingspan anything has anything to do with it, but the rebounding skills on this is crazy. Crazy. You don't even really need to have a rebounding rate, or a high one at that, in order to, grab 9-10 boards in a game, especially in the beginning too. So here, I'm choosing a jump shot. I wanted something wet, and I decided to use the same release that I have on my point guard. Couldn't remember if it was 30 or 29 or 27 or whatever one it is, it works. Okay, I like going quick on the release also, because why the hell would I just sit there for 10 years shooting a shot? It makes no sense. Also wanted a good free throw that I'd never used before, might not have been too familiar with, so I chose this one, I believe. Quick 25 VC. But yeah, that's that. I mean, pretty self-explanatory as far as choosing everything, and I'm not really gonna go into that, it's no point in it. There's no point to. But the one thing I like to ask y'all is, what would you like to see from this particular series? Like, what are your expectations? I mean, I have it pretty much set up as to where I'm going already, and what I do after my first season. I'm not gonna reveal it yet, but this is just a quick introductory video into this particular series that I'm gonna do. It's gonna be short. 2K17 on the horizon. We're not gonna really do too much with this one. But what are your expectations? If you have higher expectations, I'll do more. If you don't like it, I'll do less and go back to the point guard. It is what it is. But just wanted to be able to have content to put out. To be able to help anybody or answer any questions that you have. Like, I'm not a terrible player. I play on Hall of Fame for the most part. Probably superstar if anything, because the Hall of Fame is just straight up garbage. Like, it's just cheating. Like, they always come back, or you always fall behind and come back, and just don't really like it. It's not realistic. And that's what I look for in my basketball game. I look for realism. I look for, that basketball game that's going to give me that feel. In 2K, they really haven't done that. And it fucking sucks. It really does. Like, I really expect a lot more from 2K17, especially when it comes down to the issues we're having with releases offline and online, when it comes down to the corny ass teammates that you end up having. And that's part of the reason why I hate playing on Hall of Fame, because the teammates are just fucking chess pieces. And you have to direct them to move, or else nothing is going to happen and you're going to lose the game. I found myself as a point guard just driving into the lane, or trying to get them to set these terrible ass screens and drawing double teams just so we could score and get baskets. Like, the one thing that really switched up with this point guard from my first one, when I first I had 2 point guards, let's put it that way. I started off when I first got 2K16 with 1 point guard, and then I retired him, started off with a new one recently. He ended up on a Miami Heat at the worst possible time, because I picked it when Dwayne Wade was in the slump. Yeah. Remember that slump? Yeah, that one. So yeah, like Dwayne Wade wouldn't make shit. Like I had to divert to Bosch all the time, and it was really, really a terrible experience per se. But I had Hassan Whiteside on the team to back me up too. So we ended up, winning the championship and everything on that one. That's on my other series. But the teammates, it still wasn't, it wasn't, yeah. Like you really want it to be, yeah, and it's not, yeah. But that's, there are a lot of improvements that need to be made. A lot of improvements to be made, but my videos probably won't be this long. In the future, I'm gonna tend to chop them up a lot more, especially when it comes to these high school games. Um, the shit ended up being like an hour long just getting through high school, so I had to chop it in half. But what I'll do, I'll just throw the highlights in from high school or whatever, and we'll speed this shit up. Because I know you want to get into some real gameplay. I mean, you done seen every other YouTuber go through high school. It's pretty much fucking corny, and that's that. You win every game, you score your ass off, and that's pretty much it. You watch these corny ass niggas, CC and VV or whatever the fuck they names is, in every game, and the storyline was pretty good. I give Spike Lee his props for really creating something different, but I mean it gets repetitive. You should have an option to go through the storyline or to turn it off, because who really wants to go through the storyline over and over and over? Well, there should be little alterations in it. Maybe they should have had like a DLC where different things would happen in my career, as time went on. There should always be little tweaks and things like that throughout the season, but just to keep you engaged in it, and so that and basically to make sure it's not a one-sided thing. Like you don't just play it once and it's like, all right, fuck it, I'll never do it again. That type of thing. But for the most part, I love my career. My career is my favorite mode next to, I say, my GM of my league with my the legend season that I have going on and all of that. Ooh, fouling the shit out of this man in high school. But yeah, that's the way that I look at it. Just little significant improvements that could be made with my team, and not my team, my career. Little improvements, minor things, minor adjustments. Look at this man posting him up. Ooh, with the moves like Jagger. Let's go. But yeah, little minor improvements to be made. I don't know how they messed up the releases. I don't know why they react the ways that they do. You go to shoot, and I don't know, it's like sometimes you'll, get a good release and shit won't go in, and other times, you get the worst possible release, or you undershoot it and it'll go in. Did I say it twice? I meant to say you get a perfect release and the shit like that. See, it wasn't green, but it went in. You know what I mean? Like, it should have been a perfect release. Or you'll have other shots where, you have terrible releases that'll go in. You have the perfect releases that I've seen miss, which fucking blows my mind, that you could get a green release and it won't go in. And that was one of the problems that we had a couple of years back, with people just draining the shit out of their jump shots because they knew the release. But that's the thing, like if you know your release and you have the room, why not, be able to make the shot? You're not contested. If you're contested, it's a different thing. They really need to figure out how to weight that. And the thing that annoys me with the shooting is the way that they set up the attribute system. It would be cool if certain things weren't capped in certain ways. Like, I hate that, I want to make this guy a three-point shooter, but my three-point shooting is capped at like 60 or something like that. Where the fuck am I going to shoot three-pointers from? You know what I mean? Like, I really want to, have the ability to customize my player to an extent. And, that well goes for the appearance as well. As far as the appearance is concerned, what if I made a mistake on the height, or I want to change, well, as far as appearance, yeah, you can do that in the options menu. Maybe I'm just being a little bitch right now. But if they could incorporate some my GM shit into this mode, it would be fucking dope. It really would. I would play this shit a hell of a lot more. I would play the shit out of this. I probably wouldn't even leave the house. Between this and porn, I would not leave the house. I would have glasses and the hugest right fucking arm you've ever seen in your life. Yo, DJ, yo, what the fuck you been doing, Holmes? What's up with your arm, my friend? Nothing. Yo. Yo. Fucking ridiculous. But yo, in other news, so Nate Robinson wants to try out for the Seahawks, and I fully applaud this man. People forget how much of an athlete Nate Robinson really is, because back in New York, man, he was one of the star players on the team. People forget, Nasty Nate. I got to see him actually play LeBron live, and I actually got to see both of them up close on the same court at the same time. The thing that shocked me about Nate Robinson was me and him were the same goddamn height at that point in time. And I've grown a couple of inches. I'm 5'11". He's like 5'9" or 5'8" or something like that. But dude can play his ass off, period. And you look back at what he did with the Bulls a couple of years back. People forget that. And when Derrick Rose was out, now he carried the team, in the playoffs. Nate Robinson is not a joke. He really is not a joke, and it's not a game when it comes to that man. So as far as him playing sports, I'm a dumbass. As far as him playing football is concerned, Nate used to play cornerback back in college. So it shouldn't be too much of an adjustment. Cornerbacks are typically his height. Anyway, cornerbacks are small and quick and can jump, and he can leap. I can definitely see him playing alongside I forgot his name because I have not watched football in a while. Yeah, but that guy, the guy that cursed out did he curse him out? Yeah, and he's one of my favorite players. So ain't that some bullshit? This is what happens after you get over 21 years old and you drink a lot. You tend to forget a lot of shit. Don't do drugs, kids. And yes, alcohol is a drug. People don't mention it. Fuck y'all, alright? Got me stuttering and shit. I sound like Uncle Fester. But anyway, yeah, I'm actually amped to see him play. I'm very curious now. And since my goddamn screen is frozen, I haven't a fucking clue as to what's going on in the game. Ain't that some bullshit? Yeah, but yeah, that was crazy. Shit just was not working for me for a second. Don't you love how you're in the paint and you try to go and defend that shot and you can clearly just grab that shit from him and it don't do shit? There's an animation for every other little thing in this game. Every other little thing. There's an animation for you walking up the court, spanking it like he just did just now, and there's not an animation where I could take the fucking ball. God damn. And that's another thing, the game logic, they try to tweak it as to where you can, go for a hard block or just, defend the shot. But it's deeper than that in basketball, and ooh, nice shot from like way from the 6. Anyway, but they tweak it. And it needs to be tweaked even further because when you're dealing with basketball and you're dealing with sports, no play is the same, There needs to be a little bit more of a natural flow, and I think that'll develop over time. But we just gonna need more buttons. Let's play with keyboards. Matter of fact, no, fuck that. That would be terrible. Oh my god. Could you imagine playing defense with a mouse and a keyboard? I would kill myself 10 times. Holy shit. Then it makes me think back to like the 90s and computer games like Combat Arms and the crazy shit that we were playing with Counter-Strike. How the hell do we do that? online. Like I don't even have the patience for that as an adult. As an adult, I really do not. I wonder if I'm gonna get copyright strike for listening to golf. Well, nobody cares about me. I have like fucking 10 subscribers anyway, all of which I love very, very much. Especially if you're listening to this boring ass shit that I'm putting together. Shit, I want to shoot myself in the ass. What the hell is he doing? Oh, he about to smack the shit out of the coach. Like he just like pressed up on his woman on the sidelines and he couldn't wait for the quarter to end. I don't know what that was about. But anyway, yeah, we rambling on about nothing. And 2K and how it needs to be improved and yeah, all of that fun stuff. But yeah. The one other thing, oh my god, as far as freelance offense is concerned, you cannot run freelance offense. I tried. That should have definitely been a block. I tried to run freelance offense. Like I really wanted to do like maybe a Dallas Mavericks, Warriors style of basketball. I mean, the way that they have the play set up on offense, like you can choose their structure and their layout, but you have to know their structure and their layout in order for it to work. Like you have to know how the Warriors set up the floor, you have to know how the Mavericks set up the floor, and nobody in their right mind, unless you develop this game like Bizarre, you're not gonna know that. You're gonna have to look through hours and hours of tutorials, just to get that shit right, or you're gonna have to go through tips. And people my age, we have lives. Like we don't have time for that shit. We don't. We just sit here. We want to win, play the game, have some fun, and fuck on somebody's wife at the end of the night. That's it. Hump on somebody's girlfriend and call it a day. Nah, but on a serious note, they need to, really explain that. I like how they do certain things with 2K TV, but it's not consistent. Like they'll discuss this week and this that week, but it's just not consistent. People have questions, and aside from going on Twitter or in forums, where else do we have to turn to? Where else? Where else are our questions answered at? What the hell just happened? I don't know why that. Oh, okay, it went out of bounds and there was nothing. Oh, look at this fuck shit. Okay. Alright, do your stuff. Look at that. Oh my god. I wonder how many points I had in this game. Oh, there we go, 23. I do that from time to time, periodically, to make sure that I'm on track. I ain't fucking up. I have 10 million turnovers, which probably does happen, and more than likely happens more often than not. But this is almost over. I've been literally talking for 20 minutes. I need something to drink. I need to go get me a beer. But it has definitely been real, yo. Like if you like the video, share, subscribe. I'm gonna put a link in the description for all of my other stuff that nobody wants to follow, and we'll leave it there. Alright, y'all, be safe. It's been real. Peace.